Welcome at Pizza and More. Yeah, Advent and also Christmas is already knocking on our doors. So what would fit better to exactly this time period as a pizza in form of a star? I'm Jürgen and we make today a pizza together which has really the shape of a star. Into the tips of this star we can fill really different ingredients. Whatever we want here, we can really play with our fantasy. We can add in each of those tips different things. So it's always then a surprise. What's there, what's there, what's there, what's there. The center of the pizza will be, in my case today, now like a normal pizza margherita. However, unfortunately I run out of fresh basil, so this kind of margherita will be without fresh basil. There is also the possibility that we make this pizza in a sweet version, but this sweet version I will make a own video, maybe a very short time period before Christmas. As these tips are filled, and the tips are then a bit thicker, the pizza might take a bit longer in the oven. This is the reason why I preheated the oven now to only 400 degrees Celsius. And now I would say we start directly with this nice pizza. Here you can now see already the dough on my counter. The stretching is a total different one than for a Neapolitan pizza. I did not show anything around the dough because there are enough videos available around the dough, but today we want to concentrate on the shape of a star and especially on this kind of pizza, and that's the reason why it's already there. But I show you how to stretch it because, as I said, this is a different way as for a Neapolitan pizza, because we won't have this thicker crust because we have to close these tips afterwards, and there we can't use such a thick crust. But the center should be a bit thicker than with a normal Neapolitan pizza, because if the center is too thin, there might be the possibility that you break the pizza or that the tips of the star afterwards are everywhere but not in a nice shape of a star. Therefore, we only press around the pizza everywhere. And then we make with the spatula 5 parts, which means we cut here the border or the edge of the pizza with around 3 to 5 centimeters. Don't go too deep into the center, otherwise the pizza is not stable enough. And here, as I said, we make 5 pieces. And then we can directly start with the filling. I remove now a bit of semolina. And now we can start directly with the filling of those tips. For the first one, in my case now, I use some ricotta cheese. But as I said already, you can really play with your ideas, with your fantasy, and add the ingredients you would prefer. To this one I add some salami. Into the next one I will fill some olives. I have here black olives without a stone. You could also use green olives or whatever you want, and I add here a little bit of mozzarella, or in my case Fior di Latte. To the next one I add here some spicy salami. I have here spicy salami from Calabria, and also some mozzarella cheese. Into the next one, some ham, and also mozzarella. and a bit of mushrooms. And into the last one I add artichoke and also mozzarella Fior di Latte. And now it's time to close those tips. Therefore we take here these two edges, we put it or we pull it back into the center, then we press it together and we press also here these edges together. The same here, we take these, we pull it into the center, we press it together and we close this here as well. And then we add some tomato sauce to the center, not too much, because we have to avoid that the pizza sauce runs out, because we have no crust here. Then I add some fresh grated Parmesan cheese. Now you have to think, I would add the fresh basil, what I unfortunately don't have. And then some mozzarella cheese or even Fior di Latte. Then also some olive oil. And now it's time to launch the pizza onto the peel. And we do here exactly the same as with the normal pizza. We lift one of those tips and then we go with the peel under. And then on the peel we can try, or we can correct the shape if it's a bit incorrect, and then it's time for the oven. And here comes our very nice shaped pizza in star shape out of the oven. And now you have to think, we add here some leaves of fresh basil. You can believe me, this would look so fantastic. I think also in this case it looks really great. Yeah, which pizza shape would fit better to this time before Christmas as a star-shaped pizza? You have to be here a bit careful when you create this kind of pizza with the tips, because if you cut too deep into the center, then it might be possible that the base breaks, and then also the tips are very unstable. Or if you, for example, if the dough is a bit overproofed or is too weak, it is also possible when you put the peel under, that then the shape of the pizza is also totally damaged. You have to have a look that there is really enough semula, so that it's sticking nowhere, otherwise the shape is not a nice one. And the same then when you put it into the oven, you have to be here really a bit careful. But if you taste, if you try it several times, then you will see it's not too difficult. I would recommend do this. Each tip has a different taste, which is fantastic. So you have a pizza now with 6 different tastes if we add also the margherita from the center. It's really great. If you like this video, it would be fantastic if you would subscribe my channel. And then we see us also in the next video. Ciao.